Yeah, so very good evening for everyone. So let me revise for a few minutes what we discussed in our last class. Sir, in the last session, we started a new batch DSA with Java, data structures and algorithms with Java, with the fees for rupees 3000. And the timings of this session is from 9:30 to 10:30. Probably with everyone's consideration, we can move this batch to 9 o'clock. That depends on everyone's opinion. So maybe after starting the regular classes, we will take the decision by considering all the requests. Okay, that I can't give guarantee as of now, but tentatively I can. Okay, but as of now, the timings is fixed at 9:30 on weekdays, Monday to Friday. And yesterday, I explained very clearly about why we need to go for this DSA, how much important DSA for the product-based companies, and even there are two parts are there like algorithms and data structures. So when we should go for algorithms, what kind of scenarios we have, and the data structure, what are the divisions of data structures also, I explained very clearly in our previous classes. Sir, in the last class, we started recursion, or which is also called as recursive algorithms. At the very beginning, I explained by executing a simple Java program. Next, another example. Sir, you can see we have created one Java program with main method and a couple of SOPs are there. Along with that, we have a method call. And inside that test class, we have taken one more method which is printing some two statements. So, of course, we know it is a very easy program and even you can predict what is the output. Sir, first main method execution started message will be printed. Then method execution started message will be printed. Then method execution ended message will be printed. After that main method execution ended message will come. We know this flow, but internally what will happen? What is the flow of control? So how stack is going to be created? How stack internally creates um, frames? How these frames are going to be destroyed? Everything I explained in our yesterday's session. But don't worry, there are some students who are new for today's session. But don't worry, I'm going to take one more example and I will demonstrate, sir, how it is going to work. Okay, so now you can see the next example. Third example, what I'm taking here is, let us take a simple Java program here. Let us take a simple Java program. So inside this, I'm going to take as usual one SOP like system.out.println of main method. Okay, otherwise let me change the message. Method main execution started and method execution ended. Like this I'm taking. Sir, meanwhile, it is calling one method called m1. What is the content of m1 method? Public void m1 method is there, which is having same SOP like method m1 execution started and the method m1 execution ended. Like this we have. And even let us consider one more method like m2 is there. Method m2 execution started and ended. Here in between these two, I am calling m2. Now we have to analyze what is the flow of control of this program. Can I start? Please confirm everyone. Yes, everyone should respond. Can I?
That's
Right. So now, first step, whenever the program execution is going to be started, internally, JVM is going to create one stack. Okay. So JVM will create one stack to maintain the method calls. And initially, it is going to call which method? Main method. JVM will invoke main method to start the program execution. So now you can see in the main method, there are three statements are there. This is the first line which is going to be printed on the console. After that, we are calling M1. Sir, after M1, there is one more statement. If you are transferring the control to M1, how you can maintain the log so that it has to come back and it needs to execute main method execution. So for that only this stack is going to be helpful. Now main method is calling which method? M1. Now once if M1 execution completed, it will report to main. That is the reason why we are taking stack. Why? Because last method call will get the first chance. Now after this friends, M1 execution is going to be started. Now this is the second line will be printed on the screen console. Now what happens? We are invoking another method, right? So M1 is calling another method. What is that method? M2. Now the control will go to M2. And in M2, you can see there are two lines are there without any method calls. These four lines are going to be printed on the output screen first time. Up to this clear, friends? Please confirm. Please don't be silent. Please actively participate and respond. Clear up to this? Right. Sir, now I am changing the color. Please listen carefully. Now what will happen? Sir, M2 invocation completed. Two lines are there, two lines executed. It will delete this entry. Sir, who called M2? M1, right? Now it will come back and it will check, array, is there any pending methods are there in M1? Array boss, in M1, there are three lines are there. First line already executed, second line also executed, but the third line is not executed. Array, can you please execute that? Because now I have that control. Now what will happen? This is nothing but the fifth line which is going to be printed on the output. Now M1 is also completed. Delete this entry. Sir, who called M1? Main method, right? It will come back to main. So in main method, is there any pending instructions? Yes. That will be our sixth line. Now delete this entry and return this stack to JVM saying all method calls successfully completed, and I'm going to return this empty stack for you, maybe for your future purpose. Like that it will return. So these points are very, very important. Whatever I explained for the past 10 minutes is very, very important. But don't worry, it is not that much difficult. So just I am showing you how stack is going to be created, how it is maintaining the method calls. If we are clear with theoretical points, I will execute this program and I will show you is the expected output and the output which we are getting. Both are same or not, we will consider. Friends, please confirm. Everyone clear up to this? Sir, I am not seeing response, sir. Please open your mouth and speak. Clear up to this?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Please keep on interact. Now, yeah. Sir, now you can see I'm going to run this program. So I'm compiling my Java program. The program compiles fine. Sir, is the expected output came? Yes. Main method execution started. Method M1 execution started. Method M2 execution started. Method M2 execution ended. Method M1 execution ended. Main method execution ended. Like that we are getting. Sir, yesterday I have taken this with only one example, one method. Even I tried it by adding one more method also. Now I have added two methods. With this, you people got clear clarity. Can I move next topic? Can I move to next topic?
Yes.
Right, right. Sir, till now, whatever concept I explained is only related to Java method calls, how it is going to be happened internally. Now I want to write or I want to conclude some few points about the functions or methods. Sir, a method is self-contained block of statements. Yes, exactly. So self-contained block of statements means what? Suppose if you have a method m like this, so internally it will contain some piece of code. Sir, a method can call another method. A method can call another method. Yes, it is the general mechanism only. Sir, sometimes a method can call same method also. Arre, beautiful. A method can call same method also. Sir, can you please show me one example for that? Listen carefully. I have one method here. Let us assume it is printing some message saying, okay, so good evening. Like this, I am printing some message. Okay, like this, I am printing some message. Now I'm calling this young, just simply calling this young. Now what will happen? Simply it will print a message called good evening. That's all. So I created one method and I made a call. So here a method can call same method also. Like that you have told, right? Can you please show me a proof for that? Sir, main method is calling yum. Yum is calling again yum. Have you observed? Something like infinite loop. Sir, one method is calling another method. That method internally calls the same. Internally calls the same. It will never stop. It is keep on executing. It's keep on executing. Do you know? This process is called as what? Recursion. Sir, can you please show me what will happen? But before that, I want to show you the stack. So internally, what will happen? One stack will be created. What is the first entry in the stack? Main method. Now, main method is calling yum. Correct? Now, this yum is calling another yum. Sir, this yum is calling another yum. Sir, this yum is calling another yum. Like it is a never ending process, right? Sir, how many times? Because Java virtual machine is having a limited stack size. These many frames, like maybe 100 frames or maybe 1000 frames, like that, we have a restriction. Those many frames only a stack is going to be stored. Suppose if it is unable to store, what will happen? This stack is going to overflow, right? With the entries, it is going to overflow. We will get runtime error saying stack overflow. Some people they don't know why stack overflow error is coming, because in the recursion this much depth knowledge is there. Now observe friends, what will happen? Program compiles fine because syntactically there is no mistake. But when you are executing, you can say keep on messages got printed. But at a certain point, okay, at a certain point, we will get error. Sir, what is that error? If you want, just 1 second. I'm scrolling here. A bit time taking. 1 second. 1 second. Now you can see after printing some messages, are you seeing one runtime error message is coming? What is that error message? There is some exception in main thread. What is that error? Stack overflow error. Like that we are getting. Sir, now the conclusions are very simple. A function or a method is self-contained block of statements. A method can call another method, there is no issue at all. Even the method can call same method also, but there are some restrictions because we are keep on calling, right? If we are keep on calling, what will happen? That stack entry is going to be filled, so it will display a message saying stack overflow error. Like that we are getting. Sir, I hope why this error message is coming, what is happening internally, you people have a clear clarity. Sir, please confirm everyone understood up to this.
Yes.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask the queries. Right. Sir, can you please stop this process? Because it's keep on executing, right? I want only 5 times or 6 times. Why these many times it is repeating? Can you restrict that? Yes. How we can able to restrict? Some people are asking, will you solve recursion lead code problems? Sir, at a very beginner level, solving big programs is not recommended approach. What is my suggestion is, these are programming courses. You need to apply your brain. So first understand the theoretical concept with the small chota examples, then practice yourself. In the yesterday's demo session itself, I told solving these kind of problems will take 1 hour, 2 hours of time only for one problem. That's why. So I'm giving the stuff or the knowledge, whatever needed for solving such type of problems. But majority, 30% of the programs I'm going to cover in my class. Rest of the things will be on the same pattern. You need to practice. Clear, Siddharth? Right. Now, how to stop this, sir? Can you please stop this good evening message for 4 times? What I will do is, here I will pass one parameter. This is very important, sir. How many times you need? Can you please pass that number? At the time of receiving also you have to take. Now, first time printed. Then you need to reduce the value, right? How you can reduce? N minus 1. That's all. Now observe carefully. First we are calling with one parameter called 4. It will print the message called good evening, followed by it will call for the same method 4 minus 1, which is nothing but 3. Now it will print good evening message, and it will be called for a method with 3 minus 1, which is nothing but 2. Now it will print good evening message and it will be called for a method 2 minus 1 means 1. And it is going to print a message called good evening. Sir, 1 minus 1, it will be printed for 0. Now you can see first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Sir, my requirement is satisfied, right? That means whenever 0 came, can you please stop the process? How you can stop the process? If it is a loop, you can use some if condition. And what is that if condition? If number is 0, we can use break. But it is not loop, right? It is a method. We have to use one special keyword, sir. What is that keyword? Return. Sir, are you returning any value? No, because what is the return type that they have given? Void. Void means there is no explicit type. Simply we are returning. That's all. Now you can see by executing the program. Is it coming exactly 4 times? Yes. Sir, what about the stack diagram for this? Don't worry, I will draw that. Sir, first m of 4 we are calling. Of course, I'm not writing main method. This m of 4 is calling m of 4 minus 1, which is nothing but 3. Now, this one is calling m of 3 minus 1, which is nothing but 2. And this one is calling m of 2 minus 1, 1. And this one is calling, sir, m of 1 minus 1, 0. Now it will stop the process. Okay. This much story is happening in the background. Everyone should understand this. Trust me, if you understand this, how these numbers are printing, how the stack method calls will be there, if you understand this, sir, 60 to 70% of data structures and algorithms is very easy. So theoretically, even practically, I showed the output also. If you people are having any questions, please let me know. Any doubts? Yes, feel free to ask your questions. Everyone, clear? Please confirm. Very good, very good. Now, sir, I'm going for some definitions because almost whatever stuff is required for recursion, I have given that stuff. Now, let me give the exact definition for recursion. Okay, and some different cases are there. We will talk about those cases. Sir, first, what is mean by recursion? Recursion. Recursion is a process. Recursion is a process of calling a method by itself. Recursion is a process of calling a method by itself. And the method which is invoked in this process is called as recursive recursive method. Okay, so the method which is involved in this process is called as what? Recursive method. Sir, recursion always leads to infinite, okay, infinite execution because it will never stop, right? So to make it finite, To make it finite, we have to write explicit. We have to write explicit condition. So which is called as base condition, base condition or termination. Like this we can use. So if we are not writing a proper base condition, what will happen? So this program is going to lead to infinite loops. Like that we are going to get. Okay. So what is mean by recursion? So the definition of recursion and why recursion is always leading to infinite method calls. You people are very clear. Any questions from your end? Please acknowledge me. Every point you need to acknowledge with me. Clear up to this? Very good. Very good. Next. Sir, there are some different cases are there in the recursion. Around three cases are there. Let me talk about that. Then we will go for applications. Sir, the following are the different cases existed in recursion, or I can say types. So what the types we have? Sir, case one, based on based on number of, okay, based on number of method calls. There are two types are there. What about the second one? Sir, based on the number of methods, not method calls, based on the number of methods. And the third case is nothing but based on the position, based on the position of method call. Like that, multiple cases are there. Let me talk about one by one. Sir, what is the first one? Based on number of method calls. Okay. Sir, based on number of method calls, recursion. Recursion is divided into two types. So what is the first one? Finite recursion. What about the second one? Infinite recursion. Like that, sir, based on the number of method calls, how many types are there? Sir, two types are there. Let me give one example for first one. I think no need to cover previously whatever program I have shown you. Sir, is it infinite recursion or not? Yes. Sir, what about the finite recursion? Already we have written one base condition for this, right? This will become what? Finite recursion. Sir, finite recursion means what? It will stop at a certain point. Infinite recursion means what? It will never stop. Sir, while writing the program, you have to write a proper base condition so that it should terminate at a certain point. If it is not terminating, the problem is not solved. Moreover, your algorithm is not that much efficient. Clear, friends? Everyone, please confirm. Yes, everyone, please respond. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Right. Sir, what about the second case? The second case is, sir, based on number of methods. Array boss, how many methods you are taking? Based on the number of methods also, sir, two types of recursions are there. Okay, let us see. Based on number of methods, based on number of methods, sir, we have two types of recursions are there. What about the first one? First one is called as direct recursion. What about the second one? Indirect recursion. Let me take direct example, not coding related, simply I'm taking. Sir, if you take a method called void m, inside this, if you are writing some group of statements, sir, same method is calling that method means then it is called as a direct recursion. Sir, I have method m1 is there. So it is having some instructions. After that, I am calling m2. Now void m2 is there. Okay. So here I am going to print some statements here. After that, I am going to call m1. Now you can see. Sir, method m1 is calling another method m2. Again, m2 is calling m1. M1 is calling m2. Sir, something like a deadlock situation. It will never stop. So if you want to stop, what we need to do? We have to write a base condition, right? Sir, since there are two methods are there, m1 and m2, for which method we have to write base condition? For both the cases, we have to write base condition. Don't worry, these kind of applications also we have in our regular classes. But trust me, what is this kind of recursion? Sir, direct and indirect. Direct means directly we are calling. Indirect means indirectly we are calling. That's all. Clear about this second case also with respect to the inheritance. Sorry, with respect to the recursion, please confirm. Everyone. Now. Sir, based on the position of method call. Sir, this is very important case. Sir, trust me, very important case. Based on the position of the method call. Sir, based on the position of a method call, okay, we have two types. We have two types of recursions are there. What is the first one? First one is called as tail recursion. Second one is called as non-tail recursion or head recursion, or what is another name? Backtracking. Any name you can use. Tail recursion, and second one is what? Non-tail recursion, or what is another name? Head recursion, or what is another name? Backtracking. So let us see one by one. What is a tail recursion? What is a tail recursion? Sir, if you take this Java program, assume here I am taking the value of n is nothing but I am printing n value. That is my requirement. Now observe for the same program, let me pass 5. Now what will happen? Sir, first we are calling a method by passing 5, right? What message it will print? The value of n is 5, and it is going to call the same method by passing 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 4. For 4, it will print the value of n is 4, and it is calling m of 3. Now for this, it will print the value of n as a 3, and now it is going to call m of 2. For m of 2, the value of n will become 2, and it is going to call 2 minus 1, 1. Now for this 1, it will print n value is equal to 1, and m of 1 minus 1, 0. Now here it is going to stop. What is our output, friends? N value is 5, n value is 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. Like this, I will get the output. Let me check whether we are getting the same output or not. Beautiful. We are getting the value of n as a 5 and the value of n as a 4. Like every time, what is that parameter value it is showing? Immediately you may have a doubt, sir, how these parameter numbers it is identifying. I told already, these content will be there in the stack. M of 4. Okay, so M of 3. So next M of 2. Next M of 1 and M of 0. Like that it is going to maintain. Okay. Clear, friends? Everyone up to this? Yes, please confirm everyone so that I will move. So, what is the definition that I am writing for this tail recursion? Means very simple. What is mean by tail recursion? Sir, after method call, if we are not taking any Java statements, then such a type of recursion is called as tail recursion is called as what? Tail recursion. So this is nothing but example program what we have for that. Sir, what about non-tail recursion? Whatever definition you have taken, you need to write in the reverse order. So after recursion call, if we are taking any Java statements, then such a type of methods or such type of recursions are called as what? Non-tail. Sir, what is the meaning of this? This line should be there after this method. Sir, the total cinema is going to change. Because if you see, we have traveled in this direction, right? Now, after traversing, last this line is pending. Now it will come back. For this, n value is 1. Delete and come. Sir, for this n value is 2. Delete and come back. For this n value as a 3. So for this n value as a 4. For this n value as a 5. Like the reverse order of output we are getting. So when it will happen? If you are trying to take any statements after recursive call. Sir, this is recursive call. This line will become what? Non-tail recursion. If you take this statement before 8th line, it will become tail recursion. Sir, there are so many applications are there based on non-tail. So I can say I already told 60% of DSA is ruled by this tail and non-tail recursions. Feel free to ask questions. Any questions from your end? Please confirm. Clear? Now, sir, let us execute this and check. Yes. Are you seeing? Reverse order 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that we are getting. So this is nothing but what is mean by tail recursion and what is mean by non-tail recursion. Any questions from your end? Please confirm. Yes, please confirm everyone. Clear? Right. Sir, These are nothing but the main points that we have. Okay, recursion. What are the different types of recursions are there? Now, I already told some couple of topics. Okay, but let me give now the overview of these topics. When we should go for recursion. Sir, it is a very common question by every students. Sir, I'm going to take one program in future like multiplication of two numbers by using recursion. This program I'm going to demonstrate maybe in a couple of days. After covering, the students are going to ask a question, sir. To multiply two numbers, already we have ready-made operators are there. So then again, why we are using this recursion? Unnecessary waste of memory, right? Like that. Sir, my simple answer for that is when we are learning any concept, we need to take from the basics, right? That's why to explain how recursion is functioning, I'm going to take that example, not in the real time. So, like if any problem is coming, how I can decide whether that problem really needs recursion or not? Sir, very simple. First step is, sir, we have to identify. We need to identify a pattern. We need to identify a pattern in that problem. Sir, pattern in the sense what? Example, sir, they are asking me to calculate sum of n natural numbers. Let us take like this. How you will solve, sir? First 1 plus 2. Result is 3. Then plus 3 plus 3, sorry, plus 5. Directly you won't add this, all these right in the programming format. Next, 3 plus 3 is a 6. Remaining things will be available. 6 plus 4, 10. Next at last 5. Sir, if you see there is one formula we are applying every time. What is the formula? X plus 5. Sir, first we are taking x value as the first number or 0. You will take y from the number and you will add. Like that we are repeating, right? This kind of pattern, maybe multiplication, maybe division, anything, you have to identify the pattern in that problem. Okay. Sir, is the first step is clear? Another couple of steps are there. Clear up to this? Yes, Siddharth, your assumption is right. Sir, clear everyone, please confirm. Array respond. Don't sleep. Clear up to this. Right. What is the second point? Yeah. What is the second point here is, sir, you need to find out two things. What is the first thing is, sir, how to divide, how to divide the problem into pieces. This one you need to analyze. Sir, something like divide and conquer technique. How to divide that problem? You have to decide. For example, I have one array is there. Okay, I have one array is there with 100 elements. I have one array is there with 100 elements. I want to divide this into two parts, like 50% one part, remaining 50% one part. Sir, whatever technique I applied for dividing this, same technique you have to apply here and here. So there should be a common problem statement. I mean, there should be a common formula which is going to do this division. Like that, first thing. Next, third step, sir, we have to write code for simple case, or I can say for small input, or I can say base case. This one we have to write. So if these 3 points are very clear with you in a problem, then we should go for recursion. I will give one example also, sir, don't worry. Suppose they have given one formula like factorial of the given number. Factorial of the given number. Sir, how you can choose a recursion for this? Let me first write what is factorial. If you take 5 factorial, sir, 5 into 4 into, okay, sir, 3 into, so 2 into 1, which is nothing but how much? 120. What is the first step you told? Sir, identify the pattern. Sir, is it dealing with multiplication or not? Yes. What is the second point? How you are dividing the problem into pieces? Sir, can I say n into n minus 1? Suppose if n is 5, 5 into 5 minus 1, 4. 4 into 4 minus 1, like that. Now, third step. What is the third step? What is a base case? Sir, at last you will get 0. If n is equal to 0, return 1. What is the meaning of this? Sir, 0 factorial is equal to 1. Like that, for the given problem, you need to identify these cases. Don't worry, if you are clear with this, I will give one more example. Clear, friends, up to this? Next, second example. Sir, I want to find out nth Fibonacci number. I want to find out nth Fibonacci number. Sir, you know the Fibonacci sequence, right? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, okay, 8, and so on. Sir, what is a formula for this? What is a formula for this? Very simple. It is sum of, or so sum of previous two terms, like that we have to take. What is the second one? What is the main formula, sir? So the method or a function of n is equal to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. What about third? Very, very important. What is the base case? Are you are telling every number is sum of previous two numbers, but where we should start? Sir, the first two numbers are 0 and 1. From this you have to start. So that what is the next number? 0 plus 1. Like that we have to identify. So for what kind of problems you need to apply recursion? So identification of this is very, 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 very important. Sir, clear everyone up to this? Please confirm. Clear, please confirm. Array, come and respond. Right. Anyway, the rest of the things we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow also demo session. Tomorrow for first 15 minutes, I will explain the applications where really we are using the recursion. Then after that, I will start taking three problems as a set, sir. So in the total, I told around 30 applications I'm going to cover, right? So every day, two sets or three sets, depending on the problem statement, I will solve. Sir, in the first set, one easy program, one moderate program, one difficult program I will take, and I will try to solve those three sets. Okay. So tomorrow's plan is what? First 15 minutes, we will talk about the applications of recursion. Then in the next part, we are going to see one set with one medium program, one easy program, and one difficult program. Okay. Now, sir, I need one more confirmation from your end. The people who are interested to join into this batch, can you please post your names on the chat window? Those who are willing to continue. Right. Thank you guys. See you in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.